Hello, welcome to KYA, Know Your Aspirants. Yes, on this program, we'll be letting you into the lives of our political aspirants vying for electoral positions in the 2023 general elections. Yes, most of you don't know them beyond their names, but on this program, we will get you into their lives, a bit more than just their names. We want you to know what they are about, their political career before now, and what they plan to do, as in what they intend to bring to the table for Nigerians. You know, Nigeria at this time needs a serious and drastic change in our political scene and the society at large. So you want to get to know who is going to bring about that change. This is where you get to know this candidate, and it will also help you to inform or make proper decisions on who to vote in the 2023 general elections. I'll be right back with the details of our first candidate after this short break. My name is Williams Abule.
Have you registered for your permanent voters card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice. This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
All right, welcome back from that break. Well, we will go into our first aspirant portfolio, but before I do that, I've been joined by Mr. Victor Sioku.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
He's our political analyst, and he'll be doing this with me all through the show. All right, our first aspirant on this show today will be Tunde Bakare. Tunde Bakare was born Babatunde Bolahon Bakare on the 11th of November 1954. He's 67 years old. All right, also he's a native of Abeokuta, Ogun State here in Nigeria. He's also a member of the All Progressive Congress, that's the APC. His early university days was at the University of Lagos, Nigeria. His occupation, he's a pastor, lawyer, author, and also an activist. He's a Christian, but was born a Muslim. Isn't that very interesting? He was born a Muslim, but now a very renowned Christian and also a pastor. Well, his firm status, as we put it here on his identity card, it was self-bought. Yes, he sponsored the purchase of his firm, unlike other, aspirants we've seen that firms were bought by, well-meaning friends and sometimes relatives, as they say. All right, but he bought his own firm by himself. Mr. Victor, you want to comment on his identity card?
Yes. With his occupation, I'm cool with his occupation, meaning that he's vast.
Yeah.
And education, renowned University of Lagos.
Yeah.
About his place of birth, Abeokuta, it's unique. Ogun State actually is unique with
the West.
Yeah, for respect with the political space, where we have a former president Baba himself,
Yes.
Olusegun Obasanjo,
yeah.
and we also have Professor Usibanjo from same Ogun State, meaning that this will be so remarkable.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming to his personality, we talked about Christian. He's a Christian and he's a pastor.
Yeah.
Okay. Party APC. He's been, since 2015, he's been with the APC. Then talking about the form status, I'm always excited when I hear that somebody came out to use his or her own money to purchase this form, meaning that you have the ambition.
Yes.
Okay, it is a true ambition that you want this, and not just coming with the gesture or with the tactics that somebody got these forms or got the forms for you. So I see the identity as a good one.
Yeah, I listened to an interview. I'm still going to refer to the status of the form. Yeah, I listened to an interview, and he said that the price that the APC put the form is not a challenge for him, because they asked him why did he go on to spend that huge sum to buy, that very expensive form, when, he too has also spoken about the fact that the form was on the very high side, but he still went about, buying that same form. He said that the price of buying that form is worth it, because at this point, Nigeria needs a savior, and he sees himself as someone who is ready to pay the high cost of giving Nigeria that new leaf, All right, let's move on. Thank you for your analysis, Mr. Victor. All right, let's go into his portfolio. All right, he practiced law with Gani Fawemi Chambers, Rotimi Williams and Co., and also Buck and Co. Solicitors. Well, he's also the founder of Latter Rain Assembly. That's a very popular church in Lagos, Nigeria. He was also the running mate of Buhari in the Nigerian presidential election in 2011. He was the vice presidential candidate in that election. They lost, back then. And then moving on, he's also the convener of Save Nigeria Group, SNG, a coalition of pro-democracy groups. A lot of us remember this group for the role they played in the last, administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. They held the country to a standstill during the Occupy Nigeria protest, which was a protest as a result of, petrol price hike. All right, Mr. Victor, you want to add some comments to his portfolio here?
Yes, I'll start with the practicing of law.
Yeah.
And I envy him for the fact that he was able to be under the tutelage of Gani Fawemi.
Yes, a very renowned lawyer.
Williams. Yes. That says a lot about him. That says a lot about him. Then, with respect to the convener of a Save Nigeria Group,
sure,
it's very unfortunate that right now we do not have such groups any longer. They came in, and that the Save Nigerian Group, and they really gave the government of the other day a big fight for their money.
Yeah.
And we needed such platform that would checkmate
pressure group.
Yes, that would checkmate the government. Okay, unfortunately, right now we just have more like a toothless bulldogs.
Yeah.
Now coming for the running mate of the Nigerian president in 2011.
Yeah.
Mind you, over like this is about 20 years now. He's been on the political space, and mind you, in his sermon, he will always say that this is his ambition. In fact, before now, he's been the one with the word ambition. Okay, so this has been his ambition. He said that this is what God has called him for. Okay, and it is also there for us to also see what will happen in 2020.
Just to add to that, I also saw where he was saying that he's going to be the 16th president of Nigeria, and that is the revelation he has. And so we're really hoping to see how that plays out for him. All right, you want to add some more, or we move on to other parts of his career? Now we're going to the highlights of his career. Let's say in May 1988, at the peak of his legal career, he was called into ministry, and he founded the Latter Rain Assembly. All right, then Bakare is critical of Miyetti Allah, saying that the Fulani headsmen are a group of terrorists who rape, murder, and kidnap innocent civilians. But in 2011, he actually ran with a Fulani man, Buhari, for the vice presidential position. He ran as the vice presidential candidate for Buhari, who was also running as presidential candidate in 2011. So a lot of people have come to ask, what do you think was behind the change of, you know, what position, as it were?
Politics. Went down to politics. And I also like where you mentioned that he was critical of Mieti Allah.
Yeah.
Okay, and just like I mentioned beforehand, we need persons that will come out and speak the truth. In as much as he's a very vocal pastor, he's a very vocal politician, but we also need to be, will I say, be easy with our words, okay? So that we don't cause tensions. Because sometimes he makes these statements and it can cause a whole lot of tension in the country. Okay, so I applaud him for his statements, but mind you, there are some that have some depth in them, from my own point of view.
Yes, because people have different orientation, and that could really cause some chaos. Also, in his highlights, in his sermon in 2006, he said Muhammadu Buhari would be a bad leader for Nigeria, yet he accepted the offer to be Buhari's vice presidential candidate in the 2011 elections. His sermon about Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa cursing Indibo. So these are some of his very strong comments that he has made during the course of his career, and especially the last one, you know, his sermon about Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa cursing Indibo. You want to add some comments to this?
Yes, about the Tafawa Balewa case. Mind you, there was a coup that, in quote, were headed by the Igbos in 1966, January to be precise. So this coup happened, and from his own report, he said that Tafawa Balewa of blessed memory, that he was humiliated. His cap was removed from him, that they poured alcohol on him, and they forced alcohol through his throat. Mind you, he's a Muslim, okay? And that the way and manner that that coup happened, that it was so inhumane of those Igbos that carried that, that action, so that Balewa himself, he caused the Igbos, and that sermon really caused some kind of tension, which is normal.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Moving on, let's see what his declarations and plans is for Nigeria. He said his theme is the portrait of a new Nigeria. Many people, I'm quoting him now, he said many people run in a race, but only one person will wear the crown. There's only one seat. Whoever wins, the rest of us must rise to support him to rebuild Nigeria. East, west, north, or south, Nigeria is our country. Very, very patriotic speech there. Are we seeing him play this out in the long run?
Well, I think from this statement, personally, one, the APC as a family, we see him as a strong coalition and somebody that works with the people, a team player, okay? But I also see it from another angle, that he might step down for somebody bigger. For making this statement, because it is the order of the day. The, will I say, the secondary, I have to call him, he's part, personally, I see him as a secondary aspirant, okay? He's not top there, he's not with the A levels. So I think he, from this statement, he's more like making himself available for coalition.
All right. All right. And then next, let's talk about his strong points. Let's do some projections or predictions about him. How far do you see him going? You think he will get, you know, into the villa?
No. Personally, no. Okay.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, although he's with the South, and mind you, there is this strong clamor that the southern part of the country should be at the villa come 2023. But does he have the political experience? Has he ever been handed the opportunity to serve as a political appointee, or even he has no portfolio when it comes to politics. Yes, his profession, his business life is going on smoothly. He's learned as a lawyer. I believe he can be able to take care when it comes to the justice system and all that. He can interpret the laws, okay?
Yeah.
But coming to the politics itself, I see him as somebody that does not have that rage, that doesn't also have the cover. And mind you, as he stands from the lobbying that is going on, aspirants making trips, lobbying,
Yes.
okay, forming coalitions, you do not see him on the screen.
He has not been doing that.
Okay, so I think he has other plans.
One that we're yet to know.
Period.
All right, very interesting. What are the positives for him, though?
Positive because he has opened his mind to be part of a team. Meaning that if APC wins this election, I am sure a portfolio or he will be included into the government. Yes.
Which is maybe something that, so that means you'll be able to, lend a voice or be able to effect the change that he hopes to bring to the table. All right, thank you very much. Well, that's all we'll be doing for our first candidate. That is Tunde Bakare of the APC. We hope to bring you other candidates in our next episode of the program. My name is Williams Abule and I've been doing this with Mr. Victor Sioko. See you next time on KYA, Know Your Aspirants.